Hi guys, how are you? Today is a Sunday. Right now it's in the morning and later I'm going to go to my day job. But before I leave, I thought I'm going to make this video to share with you my planning system of the year. So I just finished setting it up last night. I made it very simple this time because I feel I used to want to have all kinds of like a weekly calendar, monthly calendar, and daily page, and then all kinds of complicated like habit tracking. I do still have that, but it's much more simplified. So basically I have a very simple, only with black pen and paper version of planning system that I want to share with you. And I think some of the stuff in that system has been working very well for me last year, especially as you know I have a day job and a lot of film festival was going on and the film distribution stuff. So last year was insane. I managed to get through it. I've never accomplished so many things in a year like last year. So that means it might worked. It's simple, but it worked. Yeah, so I thought it's worth to share with you. The first thing I want to talk about is the theme of the year. So this year the theme will be two keywords: simplify and the experiment. So I didn't come up with this. I read online, and I want to try to completely adopt this because based on what has been happening in the world and then what's happening in my personal life, I think it's at the stage, not everything is fixed yet, but it's the stage of it reached to a point that things has to be changed. And the reason everything is so chaotic in the world or in my personal life, it's because it's complicated. There are so many things going on, so many projects going on in my personal life. In the world, I don't need to really talk about it, but it's chaotic right now. So the first step to find a clue towards where we should go is to simplify. So that's what I'm going to do this year, to think about no matter it's from relationship, friendship, or it's from work projects and planning system, like every aspect of my life, how can I simplify them? Another thing is experiment, because when you're trying to shift the old way to a new way of doing things, experiment is very important. We need to have a mindset of whatever we try might not work. So I think it's good to adopt that, and knowing that experimentation is the only path heading towards finding the way. It doesn't matter if it doesn't work. This whole year I'm going to dedicate to experiment different things. So one thing I want to do is to find a routine that can sustain my creativity even in the uncertainty. I don't want life disruption, or all of a sudden I have to move, or there are several film festivals coming up. All those things interrupt my writing, my creativity. So that's one thing I want to experiment to see how I can manage that. Another thing I want to experiment is the screenplay. As you know, I'm working on a drama musical screenplay right now, but at the same time I've heard over and over by other professional screenwriters who is in the union or who is a showrunner. They have been saying the same thing, which is they have been working on multiple scripts all at once. So I thought, why not? I'm going to start laying out my other ideas onto page. So I'm going to experiment different stories instead of focus all my energy only on one story. So yeah, that's the theme of 2022. I'm going to simplify and experiment. If you want to join along with me, please share in the comment down below. What's your idea of your keywords of the year, or what do you think about Simplify and Experiment? So the first thing I did, which is exactly the same I did last year, is to set up my 10 yearly goals first. So I'm not only setting up 10 goals, but I'm breaking down my goal to compound goal and achievement goal. And this year I add an experimental goal. Let me explain. So compound goal is those goals that cannot be achieved at one go. Is that the way you say it? So basically, it's not that kind of thing or project that can be achieved. Let's say I'm just dedicate 2 weeks to do it or a month to do it, and it will all get done. It's that kind of goal that I have to be mindful about throughout the year. Some of them maybe need to building a daily habit for it. Some of the goal maybe need to schedule weekly or bi-weekly, just kind of like a schedule for doing a little bit at a time in order to reach the goal. So one of my compound goal is to read 24 books and then keep a reading journal, as well as to watch 100 films. Also, I put writing 3 screenplay in my compound goal as well. So 3 screenplay, 1 complete. And I do that because obviously I don't want to sit down 1 week to write a screenplay. I want to build a momentum to kind of write regularly. And another thing, I have a English grammar book that I always want to work on. I only work on a little bit, but I really want to finish that grammar book exercise in order to improve my English. As you know, it's my second language, so I need to work on them. And that will be my compound goal, because I don't want to sit down in a week and then working on that grammar book every single day. I want to work on 1 chapter at a time and have enough time to digest it. So basically, it needs to be scheduled throughout the year. So you get the idea. And then achievement goal. That would be more obvious. Our achievement goal is the goal that, for example, I still put a complete 1 screenplay and then 3 screenplay in terms of rough draft. That can be achievement goals as well, because it's related to my career, and also there's a specific thing that I can measure. Woman is crying outside. And also I want to launch my film release campaign, and that's an achievement goal because that will be a fixed schedule. That will have a dedicated 2 month, only prioritize and work on that. So that would be one of the achievement goal. And also I want to set up a product online. I always want to do that, so that would be a project that I want to take on, and I don't have to work on it every single day, but I can kind of assign a couple months as a focus to work on that in that 2 months. And experimental goal, as what I explained to you earlier, things like writing 3 screenplay, whatever that is, kind of experiment different story ideas, and also experiment a life routine that can sustain even during uncertainty, for my creativity mainly. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. So after I set up my 10 goals, I kind of break down the goal to different sessions, and then I start kind of write down 12 months and then see what kind of thing go into which month. I only scheduled until July because I don't know what's gonna happen, and I think I'm gonna review everything again around June, July to schedule the second half of the year. But basically what I'm doing is to set up a theme to every single month, basically knowing that in this month my focus is this 2 projects or these 2 goals, things like that, so I don't have to feel overwhelmed or thinking about things that's coming later. For example, I want to set up a product online, but that's not something I need to worry about it right now. My focus of the earliest several months is mainly for my film release campaign. So I know that my focus basically is my achievement goals, those daily practice, reading and writing, and also focus on my film release campaign. And then after that all done, so I can take a break and then reassess during the end of the April. So in that way, I can kind of shift my mindset to start working on my online product. At least that's what I plan in my mind. But we don't know if it's gonna work out. Again, this year is all about experiment, so we're gonna see. And I'll keep in mind and always being flexible. And then if I finish all the things that I scheduled by June, then I can kind of reassess all my plan and then schedule everything for the second half of the year. So for my daily planning, I pretty much use exactly the same thing I did last year. So I have like 3 checkboxes on each page. I have 3 checked main goal that I want to achieve in the day, and underneath is tasks I want to do in a day, usually a task of 5 to 10 minutes. Sometimes it's just a task I want to remind myself to catch up in next several days. So I just write there. I might not do them. I might kind of move over to the next day later. And then under the task section is the notes section. It's basically anything that coming up throughout the day. For example, like today's page, I basically write notes of this video. All the notes and breakdown of what I want to talk about in the video. So in that way, I can kind of have a place to catch my thoughts, so I don't have to keep thinking about things. Sometimes the notes session could be when I'm watching a movie. I really like some movie. I want to write like a paragraph or review about it, or some thoughts about the movie. Or I have a conversation with somebody and then there's something come up. I think it's very interesting. I want to check it out. I would write in my notes session. So yeah, it's pretty simple. That's my daily page. One thing I always do is amongst the 3 important tasks that I want to finish in the day, I always mark the one task that I know I have to get it done. And I know if I get that done, and if I didn't do other tasks, I will still feel good. So for example, like today, the task I marked is record video, and I'm recording this video. And then this right now is like before 9 o'clock in the morning. So that means if I get this done today, even the rest of the day, I go to my day job, and later I go to meet my friends, all those stuff, even I feel maybe not motivated or not my best self, I will still feel accomplished because that one thing is already done. Sometimes that one thing can be as small as some 5 minutes task, or it doesn't have to even be a task related to work. It can be, let's say, hang out with friends. Today is the day dedicated with this person, things like that. So I just always want to choose that one thing that I know if I get it done, I will feel better. I hope that makes sense. So the last thing I did is to setting up my experiment calendar. As you know, I want to experiment a routine that can sustain my creativity. So I basically marking out 1 week of a monthly calendar and then basically see how I want that week go. I'm going to try to work as that schedule 2 to 3 weeks to see how it goes. I'm going to give it 21 days to see how it works. So if it doesn't work, I'm going to kind of adjust the schedule a bit and to see if there's anything else can be changed in the schedule in order to prioritize my creativity. So basically this is what I'm doing right now. On Monday, I'm going to work on everything that relate to my film for now until it's released, or even after, we will see. But basically Monday, I'm going to dedicate to my film. So on Tuesday, I'm going to dedicate to my YouTube recording and set up the editing file. And then this video will be the video for next Friday. So on Wednesday, I'm going to dedicate to editing video for the next week. On Thursday, it will be the day that I'm working on anything related to writing, not the screenplay part, but like writing my email newsletter, writing my online content, things like that, or just things that I need to get it done. On Friday, I'm going to basically release my YouTube video that I edited last week. And then at the same time, I'm going to kind of assess everything from this entire week, what I haven't done, and I'm going to kind of dedicate more time to that specific task. Let's say I think my film needs more attention. I'm going to dedicate my time to my film. Saturday, I'm going to dedicate to movie watching and reading. And Sunday, I'm going to dedicate to planning. Keep in mind, those schedule is based on that I still have a day job, and I do not know which day I will have a longer shift, like 8 hours of work, and which day I'm only work for 5 hours, and which day I'll have a break. What I know is most of the time I work 8 hours on Saturday and Sunday, so I do not want to put too many work on Saturday, Sunday, so I dedicate Saturday, Sunday of reading and watching movie and planning. But yeah, throughout the week, I'm going to see if I'm working 5 hours, that day I will also dedicate my time to write screenplay. Then if I work for 8 hours, depends on my energy and how many other tasks I have, I might not dedicate my time to write the screenplay, if that makes sense. And those are just the theme of each day, but at the same time, if I have other tasks need to be done, I will still do it. For example, Tuesday is the video recording day, but if I still have tasks relate to my film, because my film is priority, I have to dedicate some task to Tuesday as well. Even though I have entire Monday for my film stuff, but I do want to spend more time and prioritize my film. I hope that makes sense. I think that's about it. I do have a simple habit tracker, but I don't track most of the habit anymore. I only track my reading and writing and watching movie, things like that. And then that's about it. Yeah, I hope this video is helpful, and it's all about experiment. So after I experiment a little bit, after several weeks or a couple months, I will update with you to tell you how it goes, and if I like it or if I make any tweak, I will let you know. Again, I hope this is helpful. I hope you have a plan for yourself to sustain your creativity. I'm about to go to my day job now. The timing is perfect. Thank you for watching, and be patient, be present, stay creative. I'll see you next week. Bye. Beep.